The Muskoka Plan to end unemployment and economic inequality in Muskoka and the world. Can unemployment be eliminated? Could a single region, using the resources at its disposal, eliminate unemployment? Could Muskoka eliminate unemployment using what Muskoka has? Do we have the ability to give everyone in the region a meaningful job? The experts tell us not to even think about it. The conventional answer is no. A more cautious answer might be that unemployment could be eliminated using the methods of communism and a program of public works. However, the answer might then be further qualified with the observation that the communist solution is more about giving everyone a paycheck than providing people with the opportunity to be a positive contributor to society. The idea of unemployment suggests gainful occupation. Being employed suggests a person is occupied in a way meaningful to them and to society. An employed person is producing results. If we put 10 people to work digging holes and another 10 are paid to fill them in again, we have created jobs for 20 persons. They would have jobs, they would be busy, but it is not reasonable to say they are employed. The question then becomes one of who creates jobs. Governments create work if work is defined as the expenditure of energy, but not jobs if a job is defined as an activity producing goods and services. The only other option is private enterprise, but it is the free market that gives us to understand full employment is not possible. We come back to the conventional position. Our community can have full employment if we make work public sector projects, or we must accept a certain amount of unemployment because of the nature of the free market. The public sector is a command market where jobs are created by fiat. The public sector is said to be more constrained because it operates within the free market. This is not necessarily so. Governments use taxes to pay wages, and the private sector has to use income from sales. Neither process is without restrictions on careless spending. Businesses hire people when they believe the new employee will generate more income than he or she consumed in wages and other benefits. But workers represent a cost to the business owner. There is no benefit to hiring more people than absolutely necessary. There is, however, a benefit to eliminating positions where it is possible to do so without lowering profitability. The private sector operates in a free market. A market is composed of buyers and sellers with only marginal government interference. What is notable about these two markets is that they do not represent society. Muskoka is made up of consumers and producers, not buyers and sellers. If one looks, you will notice each and every one of us is both a consumer and a producer. The worker is a consumer. Buyers are also producers. Everyone who has a life produces something of value and consumes value. What Muskoka needs, if it wishes to have full employment, is a positive market, a market of consumers and producers. A positive market is consumers and producers producing the most value you can to acquire the most value possible. For this to happen requires separating the consumption from the production so each person can specialize in the way that produces the most value. A positive market is a collection of specialized markets. We call this specific or specialized positive markets exchanges, so we know we are talking about a group of specialist producers. A firewood exchange is a positive market organized to produce firewood. A firewood exchange is the producers and consumers coming together to produce the most value for both consumers of firewood and the producers. Positive markets reject the competition motive. The firewood exchange's purpose is to produce the most high-quality firewood for the lowest possible price. This makes economic sense in a positive market because positive markets generate positive attitudes and positive results. Those who produce firewood pool their resources. This reduces duplication of costs and services and streamlines the production process while removing superfluous costs. The donated assets capitalize the exchange. If the accumulated assets have a market value of 50,000, the firewood exchange can issue 50,000 units of equity or preferred shares. The positive market uses preferred shares as a form of currency. Preferred shares are always backed by the assets available to the consumers and producers of the positive market. The symbol P designates a preferred share value. Muskoka is a market. Residents are the ones who decide what kind of market it is. Everyone in Muskoka is a consumer and a producer. We each consume what Muskoka provides, and we produce value. The consolidated value produced minus the value we consume gives us what we know of as Muskoka. If we want a prosperous and vibrant Muskoka, we organize Muskoka so it produces as much value as possible for the value consumed. All consumers and producers are members of the Muskoka positive market. This is not debatable nor alterable. It's a fact of life. The only thing up for debate is how organized are the consumers and producers of Muskoka. How inclusive is the market as a whole? How many are given preference? How many residents are being marginalized? Positive markets make all residents of Muskoka active consumers and producers of Muskoka goods and services. If we wish to buy Muskoka goods and services, we need to produce goods and services for the Muskoka market. The more we produce and the better we produce things, the more there is to go around. The secret to prosperity is a market that engages all producers and all consumers equally. People who sell firewood for prefers need goods and services to spend their earnings in prefers on. Artists, makers of quilts, tradespeople, and stores can all set up exchanges specific to what they do best. The secret of the positive market is that it benefits the community to have everyone produce goods and services specific to their passion. Poverty is not a problem when it comes to setting up an exchange. The positive market works best when everyone is doing their best. Its operational credo is the full engagement of all consumers and producers. A group of unemployed can come together as an exchange and determine a product or service the market needs, then ask for contributions to set up an exchange producing the product or service. Those who assist with the contributions or assets are compensated with preferred shares, redeemable in the positive market of Muskoka. Over time, more and more goods and services will be made available for prefers, and there will be less need for fiat currency. Exchanges can use fiat currency to pay down member debt. Cash can be exchanged for prefers. The prefers are used for purchases, and the fiat currency is paid to banks as payment for members' debt. The debt is a credit to the market and a debit for the members whose debt is reduced or eliminated. Positive markets make job creation a community responsibility. We are all consumers, so we are already halfway there. Positive markets are set up to enable all consumers to be producers also. In a positive market, housework can be paid for, and even students can be paid for gaining an education. There will no longer be volunteers because all work will earn prefers. Not only will unemployment be eliminated, work is not paid for will no longer be needed. Any work that creates value is compensated for in a positive market. Because everyone has something they can do to create value, everyone will be employed creating value. If we can consume, there is something of value we are bringing to the world. Positive markets help each person identify what they have that makes the world a better place. The simple process of helping all consumers be producers and all producers be consumers, each in equal measure to the other, eliminates inequality in Muskoka and over time the world. For more information on exchanges, the formation of positive markets, and eliminating social costs such as debt, inflation, taxation, pollution, waste, unemployment, economic inequality, demand cycles, and so on, visit our website, socialpositivists.com. Thank you.